Everyone loves the summer blockbuster. They bring us action, adventure, laughter, and usually that unforgettable favorite line that we all quote to our friends forever. Join us for the 15 most iconic summer blockbusters of all time. Hello, everyone. I'm Dean Cain. Summer blockbusters are cultural phenomenons, movie studio juggernauts that not only break box office records, but often live on as icons, packed with unforgettable cinematic movie moments and beloved characters. Our countdown begins with a summer blockbuster that asks one simple question: who you gonna call? Number 15 is Ghostbusters.
Who you gonna call?
Realize that was happening. Ghostbusters!
Ghostbusters is such an amazing film for many, many reasons. It is a comedic icon of a film. Just so many quotable lines.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Listen. You smell something?
I am Vince. Vince Clortho, keymaster of Gozer.
You're right, no human being would stack books like this.
That's a big Twinkie.
They're scientists, serious scientists,
He's always into the science.
that are investigating the outrageous paranormal activity.
It's the real thing. When somebody blows their nose and you want to keep it.
I'd like to analyze it.
So, their business is up and running. They got the good equipment, but I'm not sure if they've tested it yet.
Why worry? Each of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back.
Yep. Let's get ready. Switch me on.
Slimer was my favorite thing of life.
Slimer, you look like a big snot.
Disgusting blob.
He was insatiable. He just needed to constantly satisfy himself.
He was like Casper the Ghost with a tapeworm. He slimed me.
He slimed me.
That's great! Actual physical contact!
Once Sigourney Weaver becomes Zool, she basically has like a wind machine on her at all times. It's very Beyonce.
That's a different look for you, isn't it?
Are you the keymaster?
Are you the keymaster?
Always say yes to women.
Not that I know of.
So of course, when you do something good, the government doesn't like it.
Don't shut it off. I'm warning you.
I've never seen anything like this before. I don't know.
I'm not interested in your opinion. Just shut it off.
Giant lever, right? Like big power source down.
Everything that we said was going to go wrong is going to start going wrong right now.
The city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion.
What do you mean, biblical?
What he means is Old Testament, Mr. Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff.
Exactly.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Choose and perish.
What do you mean, choose? We don't understand.
Clear your mind. Do not think of anybody. Do not get any visual whatsoever. Oh, you got one. Oh, look who's coming.
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Well, there's something you don't see every day.
The next movie on our countdown reaches its iconic status with one of the highest bullet counts around. At number 14, Desperado.
I love that movie. It's so over the top and ridiculous, but I loved it.
I love it, dude. Antonio Banderas is crazy. The kill number in this movie is way too much. It's badass. In some of those scenes, they're pure genius.
What makes this movie so amazing is it's got a ton of fight scenes, bullets flying everywhere, and apparently Antonio Banderas is the only person who came to target practice because the other people were clearly trained by stormtroopers. They can't hit anything.
So Antonio Banderas is El Mariachi, and he's on a mission to avenge his wife's death. And he's got the most amazing guitar case.
The opening scene is absolutely priceless. You have the mariachi player playing. He finishes, there's not a sound, and then you hear this clapping. And then finally you see the bad guy coming around the corner. And what does he do? Puts a cigarette in his mouth and lights the match off his friend's cheek.
I can't decide which guy's the more badass, the guy using the match or the guy whose face is lighting the match.
So in this movie, I'm telling you, the laws of physics do not apply.
Mom, I'm gonna have to call you back.
But then again, it doesn't matter because there's Selma Hayek, of which the laws of physics also do not apply. Gunfights last a long time. I mean, a long time, to the point that they run out of bullets again and again and again.
Antonio Banderas, with that neck roll, he can make anything look cool.
Let's play.
I still live in my mother's basement.
Something tells me they did not pick these up at Guitar Center.
Hey, man, if you don't have a full-gauge shotgun, I'm sorry, we can't have you in the band.
Guys, have you seen this mariachi trio? They're killer. See what I did there?
Stay with us as we count down lots more summer blockbusters. In A Tale of Summer Love, our number 13 movie on the countdown is the musical icon, Grease.
Yes, we got Grease.
Get some props over here.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny.
This is ridiculous.
How great is it that this movie is on this, first of all? It's not a big shoot-'em-up thing. It's just about teenagers singing in high school.
Where the average age of the students are around 25.
Hey, I want to hear about what Danny did at the beach.
That was nothing. Oh, sure, nothing, Zuko, right?
What'd you do this summer, Sandy?
Oh, I spent most of it at the beach. I met a boy there.
Summer Lovin' is literally like 13-year-old girl's favorite karaoke song. And then that 13-year-old girl, she grows up and she still loves that song.
I know.
So you'll always hear it.
Summer lovin' had me a blast.
Summer loving happens so fast.
The girls' choreography in this movie is all like swaying and skipping.
Drink lemonade.
And the guys' choreography is like,
We made out under the dark.
We get it, boys. You're horny.
Oh, the summer night.
I love that anytime Danny is around Sandy, his voice gets ridiculously high. It seems to go higher every single time he meets her, so it's like, oh, Sandy, hey, Sandy, hey, Sandy.
Sandy! Danny? What are you doing here?
Then he sees the guys and he's like, yeah, well, that's cool.
I mean, you know how it is, rockin' and rollin' and whatnot.
Danny?
No, Danny's the typical tool.
The way I acted, that was terrible. I mean, it really was. I mean, it wasn't me. You gotta know that. I mean, it was me, of course, but it wasn't me.
Don't make me laugh.
Jealous, are you?
Jealous? Oh, come on, Sandy. Don't make me laugh. Ha, ha, ha.
And what have you ever done?
Danny is trying all these different sports to impress Sandy.
Dribble the ball, put it in the basket. You think you can do that?
Can I do that?
Okay, let's go. Come on, Danny, over
And he
here.
ends up punching out everybody. Danny, one word, boxing.
Hey, Danny, whoa! Hey, what is this, Halloween?
The moral of Grease? Why, it's the best moral of all. If you change and alter everything about your fundamental personality, you can live happily ever after.
Sandy?
Tell me about it, Stud.
And they're singing, I got chills, right inside a funhouse.
Better shape up, 'cause you need a man.
I need a man who can keep me satisfied.
You're the one that I want. Honey. The one that I want. The one I need. Oh, yes, indeed.
And then they take off in a flying car.
When you're around radioactive, genetically altered spiders and one goes missing, you may want to watch where you stand. A lesson Peter Parker learns pretty quickly in our number 12 movie with the teenage web slinger, Spider-Man.
So Peter Parker, kind of a nerdy dude, bit by a radioactive spider. And all of a sudden, he's just swole and yoked.
Man, it's so cool to see him just figure out these superpowers.
Wow, great reflexes.
Then you see him literally climbing the walls.
One of the really funny things is him discovering how to activate his web.
Go web, go! Go web, go! Go web! Fly!
Trying all these different, things.
Go! Go! Go web, go!
I'm no scientist, but don't real spiders still come out of their butts? It's just like... What?
If you're gonna attack somebody, don't attack Spider-Man's girlfriend.
Fun fact about the kiss.
Yes.
So when he was upside down and she pulled the mask over his face, it was covering his nose, so he couldn't actually breathe for the entire scene.
She was not kissing him. She was giving him mouth to mouth.
Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin is perfect casting.
Back to formula.
Such a good villain.
The only problem is that I think Willem Dafoe is scarier without the mask on.
So now we have the Goblin trying to make him choose between his girlfriend or a bunch of kids.
This is why only fools are heroes. Because you never know when some lunatic will come along with a sadistic choice.
And what we have are real New Yorkers in this movie, and it's like all of a sudden they're at a Yankee game.
Hey, I'm walking here, buddy.
You trying to hit some kids?
Oh yeah, I got something for your ass. You mess with Spidey, you mess with New York. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
He's not gonna make it.
He's gonna make it.
I got a crisp $200 bill.
Are you kidding me? I'll double that.
Female lead, check. Alien with acid for blood, check. Bringing in the Marines for a little backup, definite check. Our number 11 movie on the countdown, Aliens.
Sigourney Weaver is back as Ripley, and this time she's got a platoon of Marines to help her wipe every one of these stinking aliens off of this planet.
Someone gets the bright idea to go down to this alien planet, but of course, Ripley has been there before and is like, guys, this is not a good idea. She keeps trying to convince them.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
So oddly enough, Sigourney Weaver walks into this baby egg factory.
Shh, aliens sleeping.
So we see the queen alien, who's awesome, dripping with goop, has a face within a face, and tries to make a deal with Ripley. Calls off the minions, the queen does.
Her and the mom have this female bond that if you don't kill my babies, I will protect you and I'll let you get out of here. And Sigourney seems cool on it, and last minute she's backing up and she's like, nah, I'm gonna kill your babies.
Moral of the story, don't mess a mother and her young. Or make a deal with Sigourney Weaver.
I think the first thing you get asked when you get to do an Aliens movie is, hey, do you mind if your chest explodes? Perfect. Off to makeup, your scene's next.
She is the ultimate tough woman hero.
Get away from her, you bitch!
More top, unforgettable summer blockbuster movie moments coming next. Nominated for Academy Awards for both director and best original screenplay, this next film takes a look at a group of friends growing up in South Central Los Angeles in the 90s. Number 10 on the countdown, it's Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
This is a great movie.
A star-studded film with brilliant acting. It's a coming-of-age story. You've got Angela Bassett, you've got Cuba Gooding Jr., you've got Lawrence Fishburne.
With Ice Cube and Morris Chestnut.
It follows a group of guys in South Central in the 1990s in a rough neighborhood.
These kids are hardcore. They're having an argument in the classroom, and one of them says,
I'll get my brother to shoot you in the face.
Whoa, you're 9.
Ain't nobody's bitch, bitch.
So Trey starts out, he's this little kid, and he's already living in like a bad neighborhood. From that, you know, he gets in trouble, and he gets sent to live with his dad.
You know, Trey, you may think I'm being hard on you right now, but I'm not. What I'm doing is I'm trying to teach you how to be responsible. It's like your little friends across the street, they don't have anybody to show them how to do that. They don't. You're gonna see how they end up, too.
It's a tearjerker, man, I'm telling you.
And some really interesting parallels in this film.
Yeah, we got Ricky with the scholarship in one hand, and then Doughboy just got out of jail in the other.
Yeah, it's coming back home party.
Keep my ass off this time. Well, that's what we're here to celebrate, right, man?
I think the reason this movie really hit is that it didn't pull any punches.
Hey, man, what's wrong with you?
Am I the only person that's kind of scared to bump into anyone after watching this movie?
Got a problem here? So Ricky, now getting chased by guns because he mouthed off to this guy.
When I say cut, we're gonna cut through these houses, okay?
And so he's coming around and he's like, oh, I know I'm being chased by guys with guns, but you know what, first, I gotta pee really bad.
You can't hold it, you gotta stop and go to the bathroom.
You wanna run away now? Nah, man, I gotta do a scratcher. I gotta get out of here. I gotta win the lottery, man. Ricky! Come on, Ricky. You're a running back. Run!
Who knew being an archaeologist could be so dangerous? Good thing our next hero wears a fedora and is handy with a whip. Starring Harrison Ford, at number 9 on our countdown, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Of course this is on there.
George Lucas.
Yes, Steven Spielberg. The dynamic duo. The greatest cold open sequence in cinema history. He's there, he's in the cave.
He gets to the idol.
Oh, don't step there! If you step there, guess what happens? Thoink! He's like, gotta move my sleeves around. Here we go.
Yeah.
No! Look at that giant boulder! This is the greatest adventure movie.
And boy, did it make us all want to be archaeologists.
He's just spending the whole movie just like fighting people.
You know, he's such a tough guy, but he's so afraid of snakes.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
There's one particular bad guy who keeps coming around, who is so awesome and cool, he can even make hanging up his jacket look threatening and ominous.
Every time Indiana Jones finds something cool, it's like the Nazis take it away from him.
I know. Here, golden idol. Boom.
Yeah.
The Ark.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna open the ark. And then all heaven breaks loose.
That scene where everyone's faces melted, that definitely contributed to my childhood trauma.
And it just starts to liquefy. And then there's different colors, like you go from the pink to the red to the white.
Like, I don't know why he didn't take the Ark right to Hitler and say, hey, you want to see a magic trick? No, seriously, keep your eyes open. You're gonna love this.
Keep your eyes shut!
Our next movie stars Michael J. Fox as a teenager who is sent back in time to 1955, generating 1.21 gigawatts of blockbuster power in our number 8 film, Back to the Future.
We're sending you back to the future!
Back to the future!
Great Scott, Marty! It's Back to the Future!
Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
I mean, what's a cooler thing for a time machine than a DeLorean?
What's this?
64, 78. Here it comes, Marty's! And you're on fire! He's on fire!
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour!
So Marty McFly arrives in the 1950s, and as soon as he turns the corner and sees everything, it's so nostalgic.
The gas station service back then was amazing. There's 4 dudes working on this one car.
Do that now, it's a dude with a squeegee with urine on it. And he's just, that's it. Get out of here.
It's not the same.
It's gotta be a dream.
Doc Brown is the only one who can get him back to his future.
Back to his
self.
future.
Yeah.
You interacted with anybody else today besides me?
Yeah, well, I might have sort of bumped into my parents.
Great Scott!
Probably one of the most awkward situations you can ever imagine. Encountering your parents and accidentally derailing the way that they met.
What's that?
That's Calvin Klein. Oh my God, he's a dream.
And then he starts doing all these mad tricks. He's hot dogging around the plaza.
It's like he's from the future.
What's that thing he's on?
It's a board with wheels.
Man, Biff, what a great bully. I mean, like, seriously, he's the ultimate bully archetype. You know what I mean?
He's awful human.
Hey, I'm talking to you, McFly, you Irish bug.
Greatest comebacks, greatest lines.
Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think, McFly, think.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
I mean, it's cool to time travel, but the problem is, if you go back through time, you're messing up the future with anything that you affect.
He's looking at this picture. His brother is disappearing. His family is gonna disappear if he doesn't
Take
do
his
something.
mom to the prom.
Oh God, ew.
You know what I do in those situations?
What?
I don't worry.
No, the best part was the fact, gotta wait for the lightning bolt, gotta get out of here, gotta make sure my mom hooks up with my dad. But before that, a little bit of Chuck Berry.
We always thought the little white kid stole rock and roll from Chuck Berry. Now we find out that the little Chuck Berry stole it from the little white kid.
Chuck, it's Marvin. Your cousin, Marvin Berry. You know that new sound you looking for? Well, listen to this.
And who knew that Marty could jam on the guitar solo? Like, that's impressive.
I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna love it.
Relive the best moments from your favorite summer hits, coming right up. The question of whether or not we are alone in the universe has been answered. You just might not like what comes next. In a battle for the human race, Will Smith stars in number 7 on our countdown, Independence Day.
Independence Day, great film. Dude, amazing. Will Smith, aliens coming from the sky.
Babe.
Boom, boom, boom.
What better way to save the Earth than with Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum?
Approximately 6 hours. The signal's gonna disappear and the countdown's gonna be over. And then what? Checkmate.
This is the epitome example of a blockbuster. Aliens coming in, ruining cities all over the planet, buildings blowing up, cars being thrown up in the air, everything getting destroyed. The White House gets blown up.
So Will Smith is in this dogfight with an alien.
Come on and get me. Come and get me.
He comes up, he ejects, explosion.
How cool is Will Smith? You know, walks up the UFO, opens the door.
Welcome to Earth.
What kind of weak alien gets taken out by a sucker sucker punch. He's got to be the most embarrassed alien ever.
Good morning. Good morning.
So we've reached the point in the film where we have lost all hope, and the president gets up and he gives this rallying speech that is the best presidential speech in all of cinematic history.
The 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight.
You know, usually you hear a speech like this and you're like, yeah, go America. But this speech is like, yeah, go humankind.
We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
An adventure 65 million years in the making is the massive hit about a theme park of cloned dinosaurs. Our number 6 most iconic summer blockbuster film of all time, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. This is what a summer blockbuster is all
film.
about.
That's good.
I feel like every kid's dream is to see a real live dinosaur. So we can completely relate in that scene where the Jeep comes up on the field for the first time. It's amazing.
Somebody let their granddaddy loose and decided he wanted to make a park full of dinosaurs.
How fast are they? Well, we clocked the T-Rex to 32 miles an hour.
T-Rex?
Mm-hmm.
You said you've got a T-Rex?
Uh-huh. Say again. We have a T-Rex.
And then all of a sudden, things get real.
So like most theme parks, they have some problems. It's a new theme park, things are breaking down, electric fences aren't working, which would be an okay thing if it wasn't for the massive T-Rex carnivore about to eat you.
These people have incredibly bad luck. They couldn't stop in front of, like, the baby stegosauruses.
T-Rex, obviously the most scary thing ever. It's like a tank, but at least you can see it coming.
This movie made velociraptors one of the most terrifying creatures of all time.
Yeah, they're tracking, you know, one could be in front of you and then they'll come up on the side.
Clever girl.
They're like a SEAL 6 team. They're working together, they're stealthy.
Most people think it's a T-Rex movie. For me, it's the Velociraptors. They take the cake.
I mean, you're done. Sayonara, bucko.
This summer blockbuster marks the epic final battle between good and evil forces. Number 5 is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Number 5, Harry Potter.
We're mad at this. I actually know skills.
Ready?
Okay.
Number 5,
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Here is where everything hits the fan.
Harry is on a quest to find all of the Horcruxes, which are basically pieces of Voldemort's soul, and he has to destroy all of them.
And they realize that the final one that they need is at Hogwarts.
It seems, despite your exhaustive defensive strategies, you still have a bit of a security problem, Headmaster.
So, the Hogwarts battle. Insane.
You finally get to see the teachers do all of their specialties of magic.
Pier totem locomotor!
And you're like, yes! This is what I've been waiting for!
I've always wanted to use that spell.
Neville Longbottom has the coolest character arc throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, he went from like not hot to like super hot.
So the scene with Neville at the bridge is awesome.
Like taunting the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's like so
whatever.
cocky.
Yeah.
You lose only!
And the bad guy then like steps carefully and sees it, and there's that like
Like no
uh-oh
force
moment.
field.
Neville's sprinting across
Yeah.
the bridge.
Things crashing, things exploding.
Spells all over the place. Mrs. Weasley, she's kind of a badass. She's like, Bellatrix Lestrange starts messing with her family, and she goes, oh, hell no.
Not my daughter, you bitch.
Such an epic line. I was like, Molly Weasley, you came out of the woodwork.
The best part about this movie is that we find out that Severus Snape is actually a good guy.
You've kept him alive so that he can die at the proper moment. Don't tell me now that you've grown to care for the boy.
He dedicates his life to protecting Harry against Voldemort. How deep in the friend zone are you?
Lily. After all this time. Always.
More unforgettable summer blockbuster moments as we count down from 4 to number 1. Widely regarded as one of the greatest films of all time, at number 4 on the list, E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
This is one of my favorite movies when I was little.
E.T. just takes you on such a wild ride with your heart. You laugh, you love.
I think this is why I love Reese's Pieces so much.
So Elliot lures E.T. in by giving him these Reese's Pieces.
Who knew aliens like candy?
You know what it is about E.T.? He's just so helpless. I think that's part of what's endearing. Even when someone's screaming at him, he goes, "Whoa!"
Drew was so cute. She was such a good actor when she was so little too.
Little baby Drew.
I taught him how to talk now. He can talk now.
So E.T. and Elliot begin to form like a psychic connection where whatever one of them feels, the other one feels that too.
E.T. starts raiding the icebox.
Yes, and he starts drinking booze. He doesn't know.
He's an alien.
And then Elliot just gets hammered at school.
As we get started with the dissection.
What? I never understood that's what was happening.
Yeah, he gets drunk in one beer. Come on, E.T.
Similarities.
Second beer.
Smashing it. Oh,
Yeah.
tough, E.T.
Third beer. Boom.
First of all, of course, the heart, which you will see beating.
E.T., do not phone home. Call Uber.
E.T. home phone. So E.T. needs to phone home, and of course, what do you do that with? Speak and spell and a buzzsaw.
You did it!
My number one issue that my eye always goes to, my little critique in a flawless, perfect movie, why they still got a pedal. You're flying on a bike, just kick back.
Do you think Elliot and E.T. ever talk again?
Definitely now that they have Skype.
I'll be right here.
Coming in at $1 billion at the box office, our next film is truly a super-powered summer hit. It's number 3 on our summer countdown, Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. Oh, the much anticipated sequel to Batman Begins, and boy, did they deliver.
I love this film more than words can say.
It's got everything you like about a Batman movie. You got Christian Bale as Batman.
It's got all these amazing gadgets.
Hardened Kevlar plates. Perhaps you should read the instructions first.
His Batmobile suddenly turns into a motorcycle. He knows how to parallel park in Gotham. Right off a wall.
And then you got Heath Ledger as the Joker.
You're crazy. I'm not. No, I'm not.
Magic trick, ready?
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Yeah, right? Instead, he makes it disappear. But he can't make it come back, so...
It's gone.
Heath Ledger as the Joker is scary enough. But Heath Ledger as the Joker holding a knife to your face?
Why so serious?
One of the most demented, yet thrilling to watch, compelling characters.
This is a different type of enemy.
Batman must take off his mask and turn himself in. Oh, and every day he doesn't, people will die.
He's not after money, power, he doesn't want fame.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
And even when Batman has captured the Joker, interrogating him there in jail, you slowly come to realize there's nothing you can do to this guy.
Come on, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me. Hit me.
Next, our top 2 unforgettable, iconic summer blockbuster movie moments. This next film will make you second guess going for that midnight swim in the ocean. At number 2 on our countdown of most iconic summer blockbuster films, it's the wide-mouthed hit, Jaws.
Da-da. Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, who knew that 2 notes could be so scary?
You can't think of anything else. Even if you was getting an operation and they started playing that music, you'd be like, hey man, hurry up, there's a shark coming.
Jaws is what made you scared to go in the waters.
It definitely made me scared to go in the water. I couldn't even go in a pool.
So get this. There's a shark attack where a girl actually dies in one of the scariest scenes of all time. And Roy Scheider, as the police captain, is like, hey, there's a shark attack. We should probably, close this down and everything.
The mayor's like, hey, we gotta stay open. It's tourist season.
The beaches are open, and the people are having a wonderful time.
Okay, so we lose a few people from Iowa. Big deal.
So the town finally listens and hires a pro shark hunter. And then that look that Roy Scheider gives when he first sees the shark.
Gonna need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
And this shark is like the mother of all sharks.
That shark is insane! Massive shark!
All right, I have to say that this shark is super athletic. He did some weights, he did some training, he ate his Wheaties.
I mean, it actually jumps onto the end of a ship, tips the ship, and just allows the people to just slide right into his mouth. Kind of like me with potato chips on the couch. Just...
And the boat is like in tiny pieces, and here comes Jaws, and he's got blood in his eyes.
So Roy Scheider, he's shooting.
I only have a few shots left in this gun, and I'm gonna, I missed it!
He's like, show me it, come on, right? He shoots a couple times, there's like one bullet left, he goes,
You son of a...
He explodes into shark meat.
It's like a chum bomb. Then the danger starts because there's so much blood in the water now.
More of the big sharks.
More sharks are gonna come.
Jaws wasn't that special. There were like 10 more Jawses afterwards.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, a film changed the movie-going experience for all time. I'm sure you've already guessed it. Number 1 is that intergalactic epic space opera, Star Wars.
Number 1! Star Wars!
Star Wars is number 1 because there is no more epic movie or game changer than Star Wars. They had to build their own special effects for this movie. Like, nothing had been done like this before. I mean, even the laser sounds, they had to hit wires in order to even come up with that sound. The TIE fighters passing by. Some of the greatest things in cinema history.
Empire has built this big Death Star.
That's no moon. It's a space station. It's too big to be a space station.
So this is where we get to see Darth Vader and how much power he really possesses.
What have you done with those plans?
Darth Vader is one of those bosses that's so scary that the second he walks in the room, everybody drops what they're doing, even if it's like a dead guy.
If you're arguing with someone who can choke you from across the room, you should just let them win.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
So who did not want to be Harrison Ford in Star Wars?
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway.
Luke, we're gonna have company!
I mean, you can't beat it. You got your Millennium Falcon, you can go anywhere you want in the galaxy.
You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Should I have?
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
You've got a partner that's nothing but a big carpet.
Han Solo, one of the most amazing characters.
Take a few moments to get the coordinates from the Navicomputer.
You kidding? They're right there gaining?
Traveling through hyperspace ain't like dusting crops, boy.
I forgot that Luke Skywalker starts out as a really whiny teenager in this movie.
Take these two over to the garage, will you? I want them cleaned up before dinner.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
And then there's Princess Leia. I mean, what kid did not have a crush on Princess Leia?
Good luck. So the Jedi can use their mind powers on the weak-minded by using the Force.
Let me see your identification.
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
You are going to pick me up a sandwich.
I'm going to get a...
I want pastrami.
10-second challenge. Here's what Star Wars is in 10 seconds. Ready? Okay. Bad guys being bad, wanting to destroy every planet they possibly can. Good guys coming in saying, we're gonna steal all of your plans to destroy every single planet. Good guys winning at the end, bad guys being pissed, coming back in a sequel. Boom. That's how you do it.
Well, thank you for hanging out with me and making this a blockbuster hour of summer memories. I'm Dean Cain.